What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this shit that's going on with Candace Owens and Kanye West. And if you haven't, well, I'll try to make this quick because, listen, I got God of War 4 waiting for me. I gotta get into this shit, man, because I bought it the other day and I still haven't played it yet. I'm just staring at the shit, and I want to get in a little bit before I go out. So Candace Owens is a personality, a conservative personality. I've kind of been on her for a little bit, been into her. I would say for maybe a year. I think she was known as Red Pill Black right here on YouTube, and she was already making noise, you know, for her being a conservative and an outspoken African American female conservative. Okay, and the reason why I kind of gravitated towards her is because, like her, I was once a liberal, and or I could say I leaned a lot more left than I do now. But I was once like a diehard liberal. I wouldn't say super far left, but I was, you know, I was a leftist, and so was she. But she kind of went on the same path that I did. My red pilling, I guess, was a little bit slower than hers, because, you know, there were certain things I really didn't want to let go of, really didn't want to accept. But, you know, once you take your heart out of, you know, an argument, you take your emotions out of shit, you start to see things with an open mind, and you start to say, okay, this is why certain things are the way they are. You know, you begin to see things clearly, essentially. All right. And shout out to David Carroll and Tommy Sotomayor, Truth Teller, people like that actually, you know, open my eyes up to certain things. Anthony Brian Logan, O'Shea Duke Jackson, you know who the fuck you are. JD Black, you know who the fuck you are, man. But you know, I could say nowadays, and I've said this a billion times, I'm more of a right centrist, you know what I mean? Centrist, but I lean a little bit more right than ever. You know, I'm not a far rightist, or I'm not like one of these you know, alt-right motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not super far right, you know. And I always, you know, it seems repetitive, but I always have to put that out there because I know how some of you people are. You think with your hearts and stuff. The minute you start co-signing shit, people start getting in their feelings and everything. So anyway, Kanye West, I think he's a man that needs no introduction. He essentially said on Twitter, I like the way Candace Owens thinks. Candace Owens being Red Pill Black or whatever. And that essentially was he put a gigantic bullseye right on his face with that shit. He put a bullseye on his ass, because I've said this before on my channel, if you're black and you think outside the box, people are coming after you. Everyone's coming after you at the behest of that white liberal. And Kanye, you know, he's no stranger to controversy. I don't agree with everything he says and everything he does. I don't, you know, he's gone on rants. He said certain things over the years that's like, all right, dude, you know, calm down, you know, this and that. But the one thing that I will say about him is I respect the fact that he is who he is. He's a free thinker. He's just gonna say whatever the fuck he wants, you know, whether you agree with him or not. He's just gonna say it. And that is one thing that I have to respect. I have to give him credit for, and that's one thing I advocate on my channel. Just be a free thinker. And I forget who quoted this, but the most dangerous black person is a free thinking black person. I forget who the fuck said that shit. And this is why he's getting such a backlash, because you know, him as a black person, he shouldn't be co-signing any conservative or Republican. This is, I mean, it's just so ridiculous. You know what I mean? Our ancestors, I'm telling you, man, they are turning over in their graves, you know, because a lot of them fought for the right for you to be like anybody else, for you to be free, meaning not just free from chains, but mentally free as well, for you to make your own goddamn decisions, for you to say, look, this is what I believe and I'm sticking to it. You know, these are the reasons why. Not answering with emotion, but with reason. You know what I mean? But anyway, Hot 97, I just happened to see this video. They put out this thing, they had this whole segment essentially disrespecting the shit out of Kanye West. And you know, you have these clowns, Ebro, Rosenberg, and I forget this chick's name that's on there, Angela, I forget her name. Is it Angela Yee or whatever? I don't really listen to that shit. You know, people that follow me know that I'm anti-radio. You know, so I haven't listened to the radio in forever, and I'm sort of glad I don't, because of reasons like this. I mean, the music, a lot of the music on mainstream radio just sucks, personally, but this shit should come as no surprise to people that think like me, that are a little bit more overly conservative, or I should say overall conservative, because there's some liberal views that I do agree with, but most of my views are lean right. But it's insane. You gotta hear this interview. I mean, it's Ebro and these guys, they're all in their fucking feelings. And this is why, you know, all these liberals and SJWs and Democrats, this is why they lost the election, because they're fighting everything with fucking feelings. Listen, I love this saying, it's facts over feelings. Facts don't give a fuck about your feelings. Everything that these dudes were saying, Ebro, oh my God, I felt the knife twisting. I'm like, what are you talking about? What the fuck is this? Then this dude Rosenberg, he says, I'm telling you, you just gotta peep how these people talk, especially people who aren't black. Rosenberg goes, yeah, you know, I'm for black people having freedom of thought. Why, thank you, Rosenberg. Thank you for giving us permission to think to think for ourselves. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you serious? And none of y'all caught that shit. Y'all cool with that? You got Ebro talking straight cash shit. This dude's talking about oh, he's cooning for cash. I knew this guy for a while, and blah 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 blah. Come on, bro. Like, you're not out here in these streets. The conversation, he said he had a Twitter conversation with Kanye, and Kanye said, Kanye was like, yo, dude, what about Chicago? You know, Chicago needs to be changed, something along those lines. And then Ebro goes, well, yeah, the conversation is being had. And, dude, no, it's not. We all know this. If someone comes out, and let me tell you, someone comes out conservatively and they want to espouse their opinion, let me give you one perfect example of why this conversation is not being had. You could look at Berkeley, California, and you look at the Berkeley riots in California, I should say. That university over there, that's a hub for free speech. And when you have people that go over there, i.e. Milo Yiannopoulos, and people are burning shit down because they don't want him to simply go there and show up and talk, that side of the conversation is not being heard. It's not. It's usually suppressed. People want to sit there, and this whole Hot 97 interview, and it's not just Hot 97 either. All these niggas in their emotions on Twitter running around. You don't want to hear that side of the conversation. It's evident. You just proved his point. You sitting there saying that conversation is being had. No, it's not, because you don't want it to be had. You want people to sit here and spit this leftist ideology. You want people to stay blindly voting Democrat, black people specifically, because that's who you market your shit to. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous that conversation's being had. Where the only time it is, and it's funny, conservatives are the ones that want liberals to come and question them and debate them. I think Candace Owens actually was tweeting. Don Cheadle kind of got in his feelings too. Love him, he's a great actor, but he kind of went at Candace Owens, and Candace Owens said, "Hey, listen, why don't you debate me? I'll raise $50,000, give it to a charity of your choice." And he kind of tried to dodge that. And even fans of Don Cheadle were saying, "Hey, listen, why don't you go debate her? Since you have these beliefs and you feel so strongly, go debate her." No, a lot of you are full of shit. A lot of you famous motherfuckers act like y'all are socio-political pundits. Y'all are full of shit. You don't care about black people being having freedom of thought. You only care about them having your opinion, saying what you want to hear, and you'll never grow. You'll never grow. You'll never learn anything if you're sitting in a fucking echo chamber and just it has to be this way. And just to prove that, if you listen to what Ebro was saying when he was taking calls, listen to how he was picking up the phone. He goes, "Hey, caller, you know, whatever. Do you care about Kanye's tweets, or should he just put out the music?" So essentially what he's saying is, shut the fuck up and put music out. But it's okay if, and mind you, they have a talk radio show. Your opinions matter. Anybody else's opinions, if they vary from yours, they don't matter. Gotcha. This shit is so sad, man. It's fucking sad. And the funniest thing is, Kanye didn't even say what he agrees with Candace Owens on. He just said, "I like the way she thinks." That's it. And, you know, it could be that he likes her guts to confront, you know, she don't back down. You know what? It could be that. It could be maybe some of her points resonated with him. You don't know. And this is the same thing when he met up with Trump, when Steve Harvey met up with Trump. Oh, it's a problem that they simply took a meeting. You don't know what the fuck they were talking about. They simply took a meeting, and y'all feel betrayed. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck do these people owe you? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm simply sick and tired of this bullshit. I am simply sick and tired. And it's reasons like this that I stopped thinking liberally. It's reasons like this and reading up on you know, liberals and their history and the Democratic Party and how racist they are and how racist they still are. I mean, look at it. Look at this whole conversation right now. It's based on identity politics. If you're black, you have to think a certain fucking way. That's what the fuck they want. That's what these people on Hot 97 and all these motherfuckers on Twitter, Tom Arnold, this fucking irrelevant ass motherfucker came out of nowhere. And mind you, this is how hypocritical the left is. Tom Arnold got his ass up and posted this sexist tweet towards Candace Owens. I'm not even going to repeat what he said. Well, no, I'll go into just the part that he should be catching shit for this. He told her to go suck a racist dick. Now, flip that. If a conservative turned around and said something with even a hint of what's considered quote-unquote sexism, they would be crucified. But Tom Arnold, it's okay because he's going after conservative. You know what I gotta say? Fuck all y'all. A lot of you are fucking hypocrites. I mean, Ebro, I mean, I really stopped, you know, I've heard of him. You know, obviously he's a sort of a public figure and shit. But I really stopped taking this dude seriously when he said that shit about Sean Price. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck Rosenberg. You know, this dude's a clown to go at Chuck D. You know, I did a video about that. Fuck y'all at Hot 97. Y'all are just pawns. You refuse to think outside the box. Oh, and by the way, Dave Rubin tweeted a great tweet, and I'm gonna paraphrase it a little bit, but y'all get the point. He said, you know, if you sit there and stifle someone from thinking clearly, thinking freely, you're literally stifling art. You know, and that's sort of in comparison to what's going on with Kanye. That's who he is. You know what I mean? So, what was another point? Oh, they try to say, oh, he's got an album coming out. He's got music coming out. So this is just promo. Okay, were you saying the same thing when Eminem turned around and became an SJW a few months ago? Didn't he have an album coming out when he was doing his fucking Trump bashing shit? Oh no, wait, you didn't say that because it was an opinion that you agreed with. It was something that you agreed with. Oh, he's using his platform to say XYZ. Okay, so is Kanye. So give him the same pass, you motherfucker. I hate you. I really I can't do it anymore, man. Let me get off this shit. I gotta go watch. Excuse me. I gotta go play this God of War, and I got places to go. But yeah, man. Shout out to Kanye for doing this. You know, like you tweeted, the thought police are coming, and it's so true. 1984 is upon us. The age of hypocrisy, or I like to, you know, use alliteration. The hour of hypocrisy is upon us. And shout out to Candace Owens, aka Red Pill Black. Listen, you didn't say nothing wrong in that clip that Kanye was talking about. Oh, by the way, let me reference that clip. Supposedly, she was at a Turning Point USA event, and I think there were people from Black Lives Matter in the back of the room or something. And she was talking about how there's a victim mentality and there's a victor mentality. She goes, yeah, there's black people up front that want to focus on their future, that are saying, you know what, yes, we have to build a better future for us as black people in America. And she goes, the victims are always going to stay in the past. They want to stay back there and keep reliving the past. Which, again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with what she's saying. There are people that are literally like this. But we're living in a society where you got to coddle everybody. Everybody gets a trophy. We want to play the oppression Olympics and shit. I say fuck that shit. Put your nose to the grindstone. Build a fucking better future for yourself and shut the fuck up. Stop being a fucking whiny bitch. Alright? And shout out to Candace Owens. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna get on this God of War. Alright? Everybody else, shout out Kanye as well. And that's it. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. And that's it. Peace, bitches.